Last year, I dealt with horrible heel pain pretty much for the entire year until I started skating these Remind insoles. In a minute, I'll go over how I originally bruised my heel and the insole company that I tried thinking they would help, only to end up re-bruising my heel skating them. But I've been skating these updated Destin insoles from Remind Insoles for the last 3 months straight now, and I haven't felt any heel pain at all. So today, I'm super excited to try these Destin Impact insoles, which are a thicker version of the ones I've been loving these last few months. These are 1.5 mil thicker in the forefoot at 7 millimeters and 2 millimeters thicker at the heel at 11 millimeters. And side by side, you can really see how much thicker they are. I did a full video on these original Destins and how they upgraded their whole entire new range of insoles that I'll have linked at the end of this video. But the Destins are the thinnest insoles that they make for skaters like me who like a whole lot of board feel but also want a lot of impact protection. And I've really been enjoying skating pain-free without compromising my board feel, so I'm so keen to try these thicker Destin Impacts today. I just got down to Canberra for the Belco Bowl Jam weekend starting tomorrow, which I'm so keen for, but I've got this whole day free to skate different parks and spots down here and wear in these new insoles. So let's get a warm-up session at this sick little park in Gugong that I've never been to before, get a first impression of these new insoles, then I'll go over how I bruised and re-bruised my heel last year and the insole company that I will never be using again. So I first bruised my heel this time last year trying to skate a handrail in the streets. I think it was like a 8 or 9 stair. This thing was super tall and I wasn't originally planning to do a back 50 on it, but I wanted to warm up to the trick I was trying. So I board slid it and then I was trying to do the back 50 as my next kind of warm up G-up trick before I tried the trick I really wanted to try. Little did I know I was gonna have so much trouble trying this back 50. The thing was just so much steeper than I've ever skated, so whenever I was trying to lock into my back 50, I was missing my front truck and that would slip over and I'd end up dropping into a feeble. This was obviously not what I was trying. I should have just tried to feeble it looking back at it now, but I wanted to do a back 50, so every time I would slip into a feeble, it would freak me out and I'd just bail out and jump to flat. This happened so many times in a row, and on one of them, I bailed out, jumped to flat, and I landed so hard on the inside of my left heel. Straight away, I knew that I bruised it, but I had the adrenaline running and I had already tried it enough times, so I really just wanted to keep trying and just land the back 50 at least, just for like a mental win. I think the next 3 tries after the one I originally bruised, I did the exact same thing. Landed hard on my heel all of those 3 times and just made it worse. So it's completely my fault that I kept trying, but I just wanted to get that trick over with. But I got to the point where it took me weeks to be able to put the weight on my foot properly. It was just such a horrible position I was in and my pain was so high that a lot of the times through the day I'd have to like sit down and elevate my foot. I ended up strapping it, taking lots of painkillers, and it was just such a long process to get it feeling good again. It took me about 3 months to start being able to skate without having pain constantly, and then by 4 months I felt like I was pretty good. So when I did start skating properly again after the 4-month recovery, I got some footprint insoles. I didn't want to call them out about this, but I got the Footprint King Foam Elite, which was the best ones at the time. I got the thickest ones as well. And then a few weeks of getting my confidence back and skating rails again, I went straight back to that same exact rail that I first bruised my heel on. Ended up doing the same thing, trying to board slide it again, and then trying to get into the back 50 again, just because it was a mental battle that I wanted to go back, because I lost that battle. This might sound weird, but I got hurt, I injured my heel, and I lost that battle doing the back 50. So that was eating away at me for 4 months, and I just wanted to get back there just to land that back 50. Not that I wanted to use that for my part or anything, or even progress to do the next trick after the back 50. I just needed to mentally get that trick done and win and redeem myself in a way. So I got the homies together, went back there. I was going to film it still, so lucky I did, because we can see what happened again. But the exact same thing happened. It's just a dumb rail that I couldn't lock into. It's way too steep, so the same exact thing happened. Missed my front truck, dropped into a feeble, jumped to flat, re-bruised my heel again in the Footprint insoles. So this could be because it was already pre-bruised 4 months earlier, but I got to the point where I was skating pain-free, I was jumping down stuff and it didn't hurt at all. And I'm not blaming the Footprint insoles for bruising my heel again. I did the same fall and landed on the same spot, but they didn't do any bit of protection or help me with the impact at all. And they were supposed to be one of the highest rated insoles in the skateboarding industry. So I hit it for the first time on this second occasion, and I decided not to try it again because I didn't want to get into that process of hitting it more and more and just making it worse and the recovery time longer. So called it a day, gave up on that rail forever. I'm never going back to it anymore, and pretty much started that whole recovery process again. So had to strap it, painkillers, put some cream into it, trying to make it good, elevating it a lot. Another 5 whole months had passed to the point where I was skating pain-free again. And then shout out to Remind Insoles for sending me a box of their insoles that I've already tested the first pair. But since I set up this first pair of Destin insoles, it has been 3 months now since then, and I haven't had one bit of heel pain at all. I've been jumping down stuff, I've been skating handrails. I've probably been skating the most that I have been in the last 3 months than I did all of last year because I've been healthier, and I am trying to finish up filming my street part. So I've been in the streets a lot lately. So these Remind insoles were so different when I first tried them out. They were comfortable. The footprint ones were never comfortable. They felt like they had a bit of protection, but they were never comfortable. The Remind insoles, super comfortable straight away, molded to my foot, wore in, heaps of board feel, heaps of impact protection. And these last 3 months of skating this same pair of insoles the whole time, my feet have been feeling so good. So that's the update on how I originally bruised my heel, how I re-bruised it, why I will never try footprint insoles again, and why I back Remind insoles so hard. And these upgraded Destins that I've been skating here for the warm-up session feel even better. They definitely feel thicker, but that just adds to the comfort to them. So eventually I'm going to jump down some stuff and feel some impact today, but I feel like they're going to be really protective and feel good. So I'm going to get into a full session here at this Gugong Park. It's actually super fun, and there's some things I want to do while I'm here. So let's get back into it and have a good session before we head off and hit some more parks and spots. that was such a big day. This is the next morning, Friday morning, where the Belco Bowl Jam weekend actually begins. The Friday, the Saturday, and the Sunday. It's a 3-day event, and I skated way too long and way too hard yesterday, and I'm so sore today. So Gugong Skate Park was sick, super fun, good way to start the weekend. Heading up to Woden Skate Park, that was really fun too, but it just becomes so hot. But I actually had so much fun doing those board slides into the bank. I've never skated that obstacle before, but I've been to that park a lot of times. Then heading to those long white hubbers, that is the most fun spot that I've ever skated. It's barely even like a curb height, so just hopping on, you don't even have to ollie. So hopping on, board sliding, going all the way to the end is so fun. Doing the nollie lip and popping out was really hard too. Doing that nollie pop to manual kind of pop out. Nollie to backside board side I was super happy with because I've never even done that trick before. But that's what I mean, that curb is so low that you can do stuff like that. Then we came back, check into our hotels. I'm staying in a separate room to everyone else. I've got this whole place to myself, which is really sick. Went for a swim, went in the sauna, tried to recover our legs a bit, felt good, had some showers, and then we went back out to skate again. So I didn't film too much, but we skated Belcon Skate Park for a little bit, and then we went and hit this long white outledge that I've always wanted to skate. So last night we skated it at about 10:30. James got the crooked grind, some other homie that we just met on the session board slid and crooked grinded it, and I was having heaps of fun board sliding the whole thing. Front board was the hardest, and I was slamming pretty hard on my back on that one, but the switchboard slide was the scariest, but felt the best at the end, especially because I did that little nollie pop out to straight. So that was a super fun session. Stopped back in at Belcon Skate Park because Bowie wanted to drop in on the vert ramp, which could have been a horrible decision because he slammed so hard those 2 times, but he got it on the 3rd try. Good on him for trying, but it was so funny to watch. So getting up this morning, I was so sore. I did a massive foam rolling session to try and recover my legs because I've still got 3 days of skateboarding ahead of me and I'm already so sore. But skating these new Destin Impact insoles, my feet do not hurt at all. This thicker version definitely feels good. Like it feels a lot more cushiony and comfortable. So I'm really hyped on the way these skated and the way they feel, and I had a massive day of skating yesterday. So riding the Remind insoles the last 3 months, they've just brought back a confidence of I can jump down stuff and not worry about if my feet are going to hurt or if I'm going to bruise my heel again. So there's a lot of peace of mind that come with that. So my confidence in skating has been getting better and stronger lately because of that. But these Remind insoles and the new formula and the new way that they've upgraded all their new range are so good, and I will never be trying footprint insoles again. No offense to that company or to any people that like riding footprint insoles, but they were never comfortable. I had a bad experience with them, and Remind insoles is really where I think I'm going to stay now. So obviously this weekend will be over by the time this video comes out, so I won't be able to update you on the Belco Bowl Jam weekend, but I'm not going to be filming a full video about it anyway. You might see some Instagram reels or some YouTube shorts of like recaps of each day, but I'm trying to just enjoy the moment, skate, live in the actual moment and enjoy the whole time rather than worry about my shots, worry about how the video is going to flow and just be in a YouTuber mindset. I want to dive into that environment and just enjoy myself. So to get a deep look into the original Destins that I skated and the entire range that Remind Insole came out with their updated formulas and stuff, check out this video right here.